conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. You may also want to check out my mini course, Telepathically Connect with Your Specific Person. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. Today's video is for all of you guys who are manifesting a specific person and who might be experiencing a lot of resistance around your manifestation. I wanted to give you a concept to, number one, contemplate and meditate on, and number two, to actually remind yourself every time you're about to spiral, every time all those doubts and fears and insecurities pop up. And this is going to make your resistance towards manifesting your SP, towards manifesting that desire you have for a relationship with your specific person, to go away and dissolve. So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So I know a lot of you manifesting a specific person are dealing with resistance. You might be dealing with a lot of doubt. You might be dealing with a lot of disbelief around your desire. You desire a relationship with them. You may desire reconciliation of them if they're an ex. You desire something more if maybe you're dating but you want exclusivity, or maybe if you're friends with benefits. But at the same time, you're bombarded with all those doubts, all those insecurities, all those fears, perhaps all those memories. If you have a backstory with them, things that might have happened in the 3D, things that might have happened in the old story, things they might have said, things you might have said, things they did, things they didn't do, etc. And so all of this is creating this unnecessary resistance and burden around your manifestation and around your desire, which is not helping you, and at the very least, it's not allowing you to enjoy manifesting your desire. It's not allowing you to have fun and to play with it, which, as we've said in many videos before, is the actual point of manifesting. Manifesting is supposed to be fun and it's supposed to be pleasant, and it's not supposed to be coming from a place of lack, a place of fear, a place of desperation, depression, and all of these unpleasant feelings. So every time you're starting to doubt your manifestation with your SP, every time the doubts and the insecurities and the fears pop up, you want to remind yourself one of the fundamentals of conscious manifesting, one of the fundamentals of the law of assumption. And that is the whole concept of everyone is you pushed out, and the whole concept of oneness with one another. In other words, we are all one. We are all part of one consciousness. We all share into this one consciousness. And that means our consciousness is not separate from one another's. My consciousness is not separate from your consciousness. Your consciousness is not separate from mine, and so on. And this is why, as we've said many times before, we are mirroring each other 24/7. Your specific person, just like any other person in your reality, is mirroring your dominant assumptions, your dominant thoughts, your dominant expectations, and your dominant energies 24/7. And that is precisely because they are one with you. They are not separate from you. Yes, they are an individual expression. They are their own person, but on the level of consciousness, they are not separate from you. You both share into the same one consciousness. So from that point of view, you are one with them, they are one with you, and you cannot be separate. So as you remember and as you remind yourself of this fundamental concept and principle, the logical argument that follows next is, if me and my SP are one, how can what they want be different to what I want? If we're both sharing into this one consciousness, if we're both parts of this one consciousness, if they are mirroring me 24/7 and I am mirroring them 24/7, how can it be, how can it even be possible that they would want something different to what I want? Because a lot of the resistance we feel, a lot of the doubt we feel, a lot of the fear and the insecurity is precisely because we don't believe that our specific person wants the same things that we want. We think that we may want a relationship, but we may think that they might not want the same thing. We may want to reconcile with our ex, we may want to repair the relationship, and we fear that they don't want the same thing. We fear failure because we're afraid that they're going to reject us. So every time you start getting thoughts like that and you start spiraling in this way, I want you guys to remind yourselves of this fundamental principle, the fundamental principle of everyone is you pushed out, and the fundamental principle of oneness with one another. And I repeat, if your SP is one with you, which they are, how can they want something different to what you want? If you want a relationship with them, if you want love with them, if you want reconciliation, if you want exclusivity, if you want a committed relationship, then you'd better assume that they want the exact same thing. They are one with you, they're mirroring your assumptions, and therefore, if your assumption is that what I want, they want also, then this is what is true of them. This is a great argument to give your conscious mind, to give your rational mind every time it presents you with arguments and every time it presents you with ideas and concepts that do not align with the state that you're building and the new reality that you're creating. You want to remind yourself and your conscious and your rational mind that me and my SP are one, and that means we want the same thing. That means what I want, they want also. How can it be any other way if they are me and I am them in consciousness? How can it be that they would reject me if I, in myself, within myself, believe that we're made for each other? You guys, it's not possible. And the only thing that is making it impossible is you aligning your consciousness with something that doesn't align with the state that you want and the reality that you want. Because in reality and on the consciousness level, you guys are one. You and your SP are one. That means you're also not separate in what you want and in what you're looking for. So you'd better believe it, you'd better remind yourself of this concept and of this truth, and you'd better realize that you have no reason to resist your manifestation, you have no reason to resist your desire, because you are already one with your specific person, and that is a fact that does not change. So I hope this helps you guys see things from a different perspective. All those of you who are manifesting an SP and might be dealing with resistance and suffering from this resistance, because let's face it, resistance can bring suffering and it can bring real pain and real hurt. Next time you're bombarded with these doubts and these thoughts and this spiraling, you can nip it in the bud. You can remind yourself of the oneness that you share with your SP and let all that resistance go. You enjoy your manifestation, you enjoy imagining your desire, and you live in the certainty and in the positive expectancy that it's going to be reflected in your 3D sooner or later. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.